Good afternoon. Let me start with a bold statement. Such is the power of influencing that I ended up writing my very first book around it because I kept seeing the same problem. Brilliant founders building powerful software as a service products and yet struggling to get their first 5 or 10 paying customers. So I asked myself, why does this happen? Because it's not a technology problem. It's not even a market problem. It's an influence problem. For over 20 years, I worked in enterprise sales with tech giants like Dell, Ericsson, Nokia, and Avaya. And today, I work closely with early stage SaaS founders, software as a service founders, as you may call them. And here's what I see again and again. You have built something real, something valuable. But when you sit in front of a customer, you start pitching too early. You demo too fast, you explain too much, and somewhere in that process, you lose the customer. Not because your product is weak, but because trust hasn't been built yet. I learned this lesson the hard way. Enough in one of my early enterprise deals at Dell, after presenting everything perfectly, the client said, "Your solution looks strong, but I don't know if I trust you yet." That one sentence changed everything for me because I realized something fundamental. Customers don't buy your product, they buy your conviction, backed by understanding. So I stopped pitching and I started diagnosing. Instead of saying, "Let me show you what we have built," I started asking, "What is this problem costing you today? What happens if you don't solve it in the next 90 days?" And something powerful happened. The customer leaned in, the conversation deepened, trust started forming. And that's when I understood influence is not talking more. Influence is not just talking about the brand that was Dell that time. It's about understanding better. Today, as I build my venture, Dawn Symbol Consulting, this is exactly what I help founders do. And that's why I wrote my first book, the very upcoming book, the Early Stage SaaS Founders Playbook called Fast 10, a 4 step proven system to win your first 10 paying customers in 90 days without ads, without cold outreach, and without a sales team. Because your first 10 customers are not about scale. They're learning about how to influence, how to build trust, how to understand deeply, and how to guide decisions without pressure. So the next time you sit in front of a customer, don't start with your product, start with their problem. Don't try to impress, try to understand. Because when the customer feels seen, they don't need to be convinced. They convince themselves. And that is the real power of influencing. Thank you.